I overestimate people's understanding. And this process has made that very clear. Wait a minute, I'm not the type of person, if I don't understand something, that I'll nod. We are very, it's like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. I have no issue with that. So then if somebody says to me that they understand something, I assume that they do. And I had to learn people, for various reasons, say they understand something when they don't. So I couldn't just be like, no, I'm flawless. I did everything right. No, okay, I really have to learn that. And there really most of the learning is, you know this story, but my mom went to therapy about me, and she said, Nikki's not breaking your rules, she's following her own. And so this time has been me really understanding there are different interpretations for the same behaviors. Absolutely. And not applying my interpretation to other people's behaviors, because then you just spend all of your time saying, but you said you understood. Right. Okay, that's not going to do you any good, Nicole. And that's the place where power comes back to 80% of the time. This is what can be changed.
Right. Absolutely. And I also think there's something to having to confront a counter narrative that helps you with that process, or helps people with that process. Because you can kind of like check down the boxes and say, okay, I made some mistakes, but they weren't these, right? But that's still a growth process in the sense that none of us are perfect. And if no one had complained, we might not have even known we made any mistakes. But then when you see it sort of blown up on paper to this thing, right? In this big room with the person with the robe on, and you're like, wait, I've never robbed anyone, I never hit anyone, I never locked anyone in a room. What is this, I
want a worthy counter narrative. I want a formidable opponent counter narrative that I have to work through again and again and again. And you just get a drop of who you are at the end. You either get a lesson or you get more conviction. And either way, that's going to be what builds the backbone. It's like a whole new level of having a backbone. I work with a teacher, and he's so fierce. And he was telling me some of these crazy things he would do. Like, he needed a book, and all of the monks were sleeping, and he was like banging on the door, and, can you do that? You can't do that. And I remember saying, I wish I were that fierce. Well, I've gotten to be that fierce. I would knock on that door now. I have the moxy to do that as a result of this. I couldn't have even imagined. I was embarrassed for him in my room as he told me the story. That's how